right, guys, we're here today. We're going to be talking about some new products, some things on the horizon for us here at HGC. So brought Brandon along with us today. He's going to help us out a little bit, kind of keep this thing rolling conversation-wise about all the new things that we have coming this year. New products, apparel, revamping of mouth calls, pot calls, new episodes, and some new things coming. So let's start out, Brandon, with a new hat. Got a new hat coming out. It is that, what is it, the Richardson, is it the 115?
It's that style. Yes, this one is a auto.
It is.
Remember, we went to the auto. Yep. So, back in the COVID
shows how in
crisis,
tune I am over here.
Back in the COVID crisis of 2020, the production of Richardson hats came to nearly a complete halt. So
That's
in
right.
2021, when we kind of, started getting the ball rolling with Harmony, backside of 20 and into 21, we ended up having to look for some different hats. So we came across this auto hat, which is the trucker style hat, and we got it in a camouflage version, and lo and behold, we actually like it better than we do the Richardson. So that's why we chose this one.
Yeah, better wearing a hat, in my opinion, all around. The comfort level of it doesn't give me a headache. I can literally wear this hat all day long. It doesn't give me a headache.
Right.
Also, too, guys, I know everybody's not a trucker hat type person, so there will be other hats that we do. But we really wanted to get our camo hats, our brand on our camo, and some of the things Brandon had mentioned about the camo hats being really catered towards those type people who really don't, want that standout look on a camo hat. So we kind of tried to do some custom colors, if you will, on the leather patches for our camo hats. And I think we still have some other Circle HGC hats in stock, don't we?
Yeah, we have the Heather and Navy. That's the Circle HGC Go to Town hat. Mm-hmm. We also have our Hunter's Orange that we do for deer season with the Circle HGC on it, and even the new style camouflage that we went to. We have those in Bottomland and also Obsessions, Mossy Oak Obsessions. That's hard to say for me for some reason.
Mossy Oak
Mossy Oak Obsessions. We have a Circle HGC and the big, what we're calling a, what are we calling this style patch, Brett?
Well, we call it the buckle patch.
The buckle.
That's the closest thing that it would represent in my mind. It's just like one of the big belt buckles or something like that. So it's the buckle patch, and it's a lot larger patch for those people that like that larger patch, but it also enabled us to put our big logo with the In Tune with Nature, the scene with the Harmony game calls and all that stuff together to kind of be able to show off every logo look that we have to date. So
yeah, I think it's worth mentioning here at this point, for those of you that don't know, but Brett does all of our logos. He's pretty good at that kind of stuff on the computer. He says he doesn't like to do it, but he does a very good job. He does a very good job, very detail oriented. He pays attention to a lot of stuff that I personally don't pay attention to. So I'm thankful, and I know Horton is too. We're very thankful for the work that he puts into that. They're really good looking, and it does good on, not only the hats, but kind of moving on to the next subject, the shirts as well. So,
Yep. Yeah, the apparel is something that's been a long time coming. Man, we struggled with that very early on, and the amount of money that it takes, and you get one color, one design, and it's just like, all right, I got to put $1,000. I don't even know if anybody will even wear this shirt, So
That's
that
right.
was kind of cringing in itself, but Brandon and his wife has gone above and beyond to make sure that we can get some quality T-shirts in with the logo work on it, and actually get us some variety with some different colors and things like that. So I think we're gonna have 7 colors in the T-shirts, and then 2 colors in the hoodies. We're gonna be doing some hoodies and stuff. So you deer hunters, and well, I mean, we'll wear them during turkey season when it's cool in March, won't we?
Yeah, we will. We tried to keep, again, hunter oriented in mind. We have probably 2 colors of T-shirts, like this one. The one that I have on now is like a military OD heather green. I wore this color a lot last year in turkey season as my base, and then I would just put a leafy style vented jacket over that. So in the dog days of turkey season, when it's bumping 70-80 degrees, it's as cool as you can get anyway. So and then one of our new colors is going to be a kind of a brownish green. Brett happened to have it on the other day, and it was with his Bottomland pants, and it went really, really well with that.
Looks good.
So for hunting, hunting, you can wear it up under a jacket or a base layer.
Yeah.
If you're not worried about scent control and that kind of stuff. So between those being hunter oriented, and then also the colors that we'll have that we hope will be good for men and women alike. We tried to keep the ladies in mind too, because we've been getting our legs strapped a pretty good bit about not giving them some color choices as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and the hoodies are very comfortable, very nice. I'm looking forward to having those this fall and early spring. You'll notice in one of the pictures that that popped up with that brownish green color T-shirt that Brandon was talking about, that I'm wearing something around my neck. That is our new mouth call holder. This was something that was very important to me, and I know it's important as much so to Brandon. And in the turkey woods, having a mouth call holder is not having to dig it out of your vest sometimes could be a make or break. So this is really important to us. It's genuine leather. You can smell it. Love the smell of that leather, and that thing is definitely stout. It'll stand the test of time. All the ruggedness you can give it in the turkey woods. We were pretty specific on kind of the depth that we wanted it and the width that we wanted it to ensure quick retraction of mouth call. Yeah. To make sure you can get it out quick, see what you got in your mouth call holder. And then we spruce it up with our vented holes being turkey feet, not just the plain Jane round vented holes like everybody else. And you'll notice we try not to be like everybody else. And it actually gave us enough real estate on there to put our full logo with the In Tune with Nature. Same guy that does our hats is doing our mouth call holder. He does incredible work. And that's just our thing here at Harmony. We try to just keep the quality high, and keep them reasonably priced. I believe these things will be extremely reasonable for the cost of what everything in this world costs these days. So we got the mouth call holder. I'm excited about that.
Yep. Yeah, and there's a couple different ways. Again, we'll go into it in more depth on down the road, but you can wear it around your neck if you want it lanyard style. You can loop it into one of your zippers or a buckle on your vest if that's what you choose to do, or you can simply take it off and just use it as a mouth call wallet and put it inside your pants pocket, or again your vest pocket, if that's the way you choose. But either way, however you like to wear it, there's one thing for sure. I think you'll be happy with the condition of it, and the quality of it is again second to none. So we're happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, the day I got mine, I actually took it and just started scrunching it up and rolling it around and just kind of get that worn leather look on it. And man, it's like the more you wear it and more you beat up on it, the better it looks. So it's pretty sharp. You know, I know we're not going for looks in the turkey woods, we're going for functionality, but if you got both, hey, you cook them with grease then. So
that's right.
So let's talk just a little bit. We don't want to keep y'all too long, but we got a lot of stuff that we worked on this summer. Basically revamping of some of our pot calls. I won't go into too much detail on that just for time's sake. We'll get into that stuff in later videos and as we get closer to turkey season. Basically revamped a little something on each call. Actually, our mean mugger is a total overhaul, our slate call. Bandit has a new look on the band, a little sprucing up on the band, but it also serves a purpose for ruggedness. And our lady is our lady in red, it's our glass call, it's a totally new sound, totally revamped, a little bit different look, but you know, pretty similar, wouldn't you say? But just a little bit different on the pot, the feel and the look.
Yeah, it's really close to the same sound. We just put a little bit more grit into it, essentially. But you know, we've learned a lot throughout the time that we've been producing pot calls. And I tell you, it's no easy task. So it's something that we've worked very diligently and very hard to be able to understand what to do and how to do it in order to manipulate the sounds to get what we want to get ultimately. But this is, again, you know, with quality being the first thing in mind, something that we are very, very proud of where they started versus where they're at now. So very proud of where they're at, and we're looking forward to bringing you the new sound files and the new look, and you know, get them in your hand so that you can enjoy them as much as we have. So, and the reason
being is we got such good feedback off of our banded bird call. It's what everyone has categorized as next level pot call, and just tons of good feedback on it. It wasn't that we weren't getting good feedback or that we weren't really happy with the mean mugger and the lady in red. It's just we wanted to make one great crystal call, we wanted to make one great glass call, and one exceptionally good slate call. So that's what we set out to do. It simplified things for us. We dropped the copper call for now this year. And we may bring it back around. That's something that's pretty finicky. Not a whole lot of people use, and it's pretty expensive to build. As far as the other crystal call, what we called our Swamp Stomper?
Swamp Stomper. Yep.
I know Zach Harrell. He's a big fan of that. He'll be upset about us, not being in the lineup this year. But it doesn't mean that it won't come back. Right. Because it's definitely a great call, but we kind of simplified things to free up some revenue, some money for the other things that we're, really wanting to push out, like the hats and the shirts and the mouth call holder. And, we even got some new prototypes. You'll see some of them this deer season. Rattle bag. You'll see some of them in our turkey hunting episodes coming up in the fall, in the spring. It's a ceramic pot call, and we kind of did our own little custom unique thing on it. It's pretty sweet, but we'll get more into that as we go into turkey season. And is there any other prototypes, Brandon? Oh yeah, the owl call.
Yeah, the owl call. So
talk about it for a minute.
Yeah, we got a new one that is kind of partial. Funny story, quick story, right quick. I'll make this as quick as possible. You'll learn that I'm a storyteller and I love to tell them, but they're never quick. So, but anyhow, we got a chance to go roost kind of close to each other one afternoon, me and Brett, and there were a few things that I was kind of lacking in the owl call. So we ended up at the same place, and we got them crunk up pretty good. And I was finally able to tell Brett, that's the sound, the high note. That's the sound that I'm wanting. So He was kind of wanting a little bit more ease of use involved, so we again collaborated to the point to where, along with Hunter, we found an overall combination that works good. It's not to say that the Cadence isn't good, because it is one of the better selling alcohols that I've ever used. Top seller. We sold out of it 3 times and have gotten 0 negative feedback on it. So,
yep.
Just taking something that we had and improving on it and making something even better. And regardless of which one you buy, either one of them you'll be more than happy with. I can promise you that. So,
yeah, the Cadence does really well in the hollers and hills and stuff. It's plenty of volume, and you can kind of get that low huff sound out of it to do the Who Cooks For You cadence type feel out of it, and that's really where that name came from. The other one is, we've kind of thrown around the idea of calling it the Screamer, because that's really what it's based around. It's to get that high, note thing in there, and let me try that again, like that, so you can get that big, loud echo in the mornings, and it's gonna sound good. So we're I wouldn't say we're prototyping it. We have been prototyping it. So more to come on the release for that as we progress closer towards turkey season.
Yep.
Our mouth calls, we're gonna pretty much keep our beginner set, but our more advanced set, Brandon has learned throughout this summer some processes that we're going to be basically revamping our down south trio, and we'll get into that in depth again as we get closer to turkey season. But man, that's what we've been doing this summer, is learning, prototyping, busting some things out, and just really trying to grow and build the company the way that we foresee it heading down the road. So
yep. I'm really excited about where we are. We set the goals last year that we set, and not only did we meet them, but we exceeded every single goal that we made. So we getting some traction and getting support from you, the viewer. We're extremely thankful and humble that we are where we are, because obviously without the consumer or the viewer as y'all, we wouldn't be able to do this. So very thankful for that, and looking forward to this new year, and trying to meet and exceed the goals that we've already made for the year upcoming.
So speaking of the viewer, we got some after you see this video, very shortly after, we will start dropping some deer hunts to start off this deer season content. We got 5 really, really good episodes, and then we'll be editing as we hunt this year. There's some talk about me and Jaden and Brandon and Hunter heading up north to some public land to do a little bow hunting up north on some management land. So we'll kind of edit those on the fly, and we'll get to about the Thanksgiving time frame, and then we'll slack off and cut it down. That way we have some good stuff to bring y'all this time of year each year. And then we'll be kind of getting into the turkey mode. Turkey hunts will start dropping first Thursday in February, and that'll be here before you know it.
Yes.
And I guess one last thing, as far as calls go, we this year we were Mr. Kevin Matthews, the CEO from Turkeys for Tomorrow, called me up and said, hey, I'd love for y'all to build our team turkey calls for this year. So that's something that we're in the process of doing. So you guys head over, grab you a team turkey call with a membership, support TFT. We're still on board with those guys. Love working with them, and continuing to support the cause of revamping our turkey population, because it's definitely in a decline in a lot of areas, especially in ours here in Alabama. So Anything on that, Brandon?
I mean, we got some really good stuff coming up. With all of the turkey episodes, and I won't go into too much detail, but we were fortunate enough to be able to head out to Texas and film a little bit with the TFT rifle winners. Again, we got a lot of good stuff coming. That all is wrapped up into the goals and stuff that I was talking about earlier. So fortunate to be involved, with the company and be able to represent a company that's doing the right things for turkey, which is what we want. It's what we're about.
Yep.
Helping to fix the issues and the problems that we've seen in the years past, and we're thankful that somebody's finally picked up that burden and started walking it on down the road. So looking forward to the future and what's to come there too.
Yep. And as far as some of the future stuff on this channel, obviously we've already talked about the episodes, but if you cannot tell from mine and Brandon's setup right here in this video, we're going to be starting a podcast. This podcast is pretty much going to be, daily HGC life. Our world in the outdoors and the things that are important and dear to us is family life, hunting in the outdoors. It's not all about the kill. We do a lot of photography. We love our videography work, photography work in the outdoors. So there'll be a lot that we'll talk about. Some of the first stuff we'll actually do on our first podcast, excuse me. We'll just kind of be talking about, things at hand as far as, deer season's, it's here, it's close, it's getting close. So we'll be going over some stuff, early season tactics and, our mindset going into the season. It'll mainly be me and Brandon most of the time, but there'll be some times it'll be me, Brandon, and JJ, the buck biologist. He'll be joining in with us, and maybe one day we can get Hunter on here. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll have to find a way to sneak him on here, special guest edition. So
he sneaks around in the background and does all the behind the scenes work. Yeah.
I think if we can get him on here, it'll be definitely a good show. He's a hoot. So
yeah. Well, that about wraps it up. Unless you have anything else that we missed or need to talk about, Brandon.
I think that checks all the boxes for me. I can't think anything else.
Okay. Well, that about wraps it up, guys. Appreciate y'all watching. Hang out, stay in tune with us. Like I say, episodes, podcasts, all kinds of stuff coming. So leave us some feedback in the comment section. Please hit that thumbs up. That helps this video along. And if you're not already, smash that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button like it's 2022.
Smash it.
We'll see you guys next time. Cut. Harmony Game Calls. Custom handmade game calls. You can find us on the web at www.harmonygamecalls.com.